Yeah, the Dolphins trade for Bradley Chubb from the Broncos. In return, the Denver gets a 23 first-round pick and a 24 fourth, along with Chase Edmonds. Andrew, you don't like the deal, but Jack, you love it, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Jets were the other team. It was between the Jets and the Dolphins, who reportedly today were going after him.
I
did not want Bradley Chubb for a first-round pick. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person who values these picks because that's really all the Jets have had over the past 10 years. And
you nailed him this year.
Yeah, but again, if you're going to, is Bradley Chubb are the Miami Dolphins Super Bowl contenders in your eyes, actually? I say no. So why would you trade a first-round pick for a guy who another guy you're going to have to pay a ton of money to if you want to keep him? I just think that having picks is important. The Jets, they're probably going to be picking around from 15 to 20, I'd assume, this year. Is Bradley Chubb worth that? No, I'd prefer to draft guys like AVT, Garrett Wilson, Saul Scott. I'd prefer to have an opportunity to draft one of these guys ahead of, a D-end. And he is a great D-end. But
I don't like it for the Jets.
Will he mask all the Dolphins' secondary issues?
I think the Dolphins,
I don't think so.
With Bradley Chubb, became a Super Bowl contender.
Since when is Bradley Chubb this great, like Aaron Donald?
You know who agrees? Dan Orlovsky agrees with me.
That guy's an idiot. Dan Orlovsky. There's a message from the Paul Farrington show to Dan Orlovsky. Dude, you ran out of the back of the end zone. You have no say on anything about quarterbacks. Shut up.
But here's the thing.
You got in the league and you were the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL. Shut up. Yeah, shut up, dude.
I like Dan.
No, shut up. That's like me going on ESPN with Richard Jefferson and being like, LeBron, you should start trying to do this. Who am I to tell him what to do? Dan,
Andrew, you're telling the Dolphins what to do right now.
No, I'm giving my opinion. They can do whatever they want. Dan Orlovsky sits there and breaks down films like he's some Nostradamus over here. Shut up.
Do you know what you need?
Getting angry.
Do you know what you need if you're the Dolphins in the playoffs? A guy who can get in the backfield and bring down number 17 in blue.
Or 15 in red.
Or 15 in red. And that's what Bradley Chubb can do.
And plays in the cold.
He's right. Yeah, he's right. That's what Bradley Chubb brings to the table. The Dolphins didn't have that before Bradley Chubb.
Go ahead, Ziggy.
Look, all that's great, but you do have to remember the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick this year. They don't have a first-round pick because they lost it in that ridiculous Tom Brady, Sean Payton tampering drama. But the fact that they're giving up their last first-round pick to try and go all in at 5-3, I do think you have to have some logic because they're not beating the Chiefs. They're not beating the Bills.
Ziggy, you have to imagine, and this is why I don't think it's good for the Jets. You have to imagine that they believe they'll re-sign Bradley Chubb, and I think that all indications are that they will. That's
great, but let's not forget that Bradley Chubb has missed 24 games to injury in the past 3 seasons.
But you get him this year, but you're also going to have him next year. And this Dolphins team, next year, they should seriously be considered a Super Bowl contender.
But listen, their issue is the secondary. Their O-line isn't great, and that's what you build in the draft. Whereas they're trading away all those chances to get Bradley Chubb. Yeah, is he going to have one game where they go play? I'm sure it'll be against the Jets. They'll be in New England, not New England. They'll be in Miami, and Bradley Chubb will sack Zach Wilson 3 times and force a fumble. I'm sure it'll happen. But does Bradley Chubb, when you go into Buffalo on this January 12th, is Bradley Chubb winning you that game? Hell no.
Going into next year, it's hard for me to see the Dolphins as something better than the 3rd, 4th, or 5th best team in the AFC with a huge gap between them and Kansas City and Buffalo.
There still is a huge gap. I think that right now they're the 3rd best team in the AFC. But I wouldn't call them
You need stars to fill that gap. You need stars on cheap contracts. And this is a good player on an expensive contract. I don't see it.
Okay. Well, look, the Dolphins with their starting quarterback are 5-0. And they were beating the Bengals on the road before he got hurt. So in the Dolphins' eyes, they can go far. Why not get a very good defensive lineman who in their eyes can probably help them beat Buffalo or KC in the playoffs?
And they beat the Ravens.
Why not try to go all in now?
They let up 27 first-half points to the Lions. Bradley Chubb hides that.
I think he's a superstar defender who can get into the backfield and help him out.
We also have to remember, our secondary isn't bad. It's just injured. All our top guys in our secondary are injured. Byron Jones, injured. We just lost Brandon Jones, one of our top safeties, injured. Keon Crossan is our starting corner right now.
What's the timeline on those guys?
Jones, I have no idea. He still hasn't.
Before playoffs, right? The Dolphins will probably make the playoffs.
So if you get all them back for playoffs, you just need Chubb to make a couple big plays. I do want to mention this.
And you can make that big play late in the game.
When the Dolphins traded with the 49ers, when San Francisco moved up for Trey Lance, they got 3 first-round picks in return. They turned those 3 picks into Jaylen Waddle. They traded up for him. Tyreek Hill, and now Bradley Chubb.
Well, not individually. with other things.
With other things, yes.
Masterful.
They
Those
package
first
them.
round picks are the main pieces.
Yeah.
But I think that's great asset management. Just unbelievable job by the Dolphins.
And if you really want to bring it all the way
front office.
back, this is all the way back from the Laramie Tunsil trade. Way back.
That was highway robbery.
Oh, that was Mr. Bong, right?
Yeah.